What's going on, guys? I'm just over here watching endless videos on the Bambu Lab drama that's going on, and I want to say a couple things. One, I am a huge fan of Bambu Lab. I'm not going to hide that whatsoever. I currently have three Bambu Lab machines in my studio, sitting right next to my Voron machines and a whole bunch of other open source machines, because I legitimately think that Bambu Lab engineers have made some of the best products in this entire category. The X1 Carbon, unbelievable. The H2D converted to an H2C has been one of the coolest engineered machines that I've ever seen. Even the A1 Mini that's behind me over here, I recommend to so many people. It's just like recommending an iPhone to a certain type of person over an Android. Some people are going to benefit from their machines more than others, and that's totally fine. The drama that's actually going around is kind of complicated, but also not. Let me try to explain it in plain English. Basically, when you slice something on your computer and hit print to your Bambu Lab machine, it doesn't actually go using your Wi-Fi, even if you're right next to the machine, to the machine. It actually goes to their cloud services first. They analyze the file and do something, record it, and then they send it to your machine. It happens pretty quickly, so it makes you feel like it's not actually happening, but that's what happens. There is a piece of software that sits between the slicer and the machine that takes the file, sends it into the cloud, and comes back onto your machine. Now, that whole software that you use to slice is actually open source, but the little plugin that does this is not. There was a developer that took the open source software rather, and figured out a way to stop it from sending to the cloud and reverse engineered it a bit. He just took the files that were available, put them in a certain way where it doesn't go to the cloud, and now it sends the files from your machine to the printer. Technically, how you should be able to do it in the first place. But Bambu Lab does not allow that. They saw that right away. They saw that the way that he did it essentially makes it look like it's still an official Bambu Lab product in the back end, just literally with text. It's not anything that was stolen or taken or actually reverse engineered. It was literally just using the open source code that's already available. But the problem is they are threatening him with the AGPL license that they technically are also playing with. And the problem with that is that the person can go to prison up to 5 years and or pay up to $500,000 in fines. That's crazy, especially for somebody who's just trying to do something cool and also use their open source code. And like I said, you gotta know what's going on here. It doesn't mean that this entire thing is horrible. Their engineers are not a part of the legal team or not a part of the people that run their company. They're engineers making unbelievable products. And just because of that alone, that's why I'm still a fan of Bambu Lab. How they run it, that's a totally different thing. And if you guys know me, I'm a huge advocate for open source. I have a lot of tutorials on my channel showing you guys how to circumvent or how to put third-party firmware on a lot of these machines that are closed or are trying to be closed, and put open source firmware, get open source access to these machines. I've even been on stages at conventions talking about open source specifically and advocating it. I've talked to companies like Creality literally in person about open source. So I'm definitely a huge advocate for that, and I'm in no way a fan of how they're doing it or what they're doing whatsoever. I'm definitely on the side of the creator and the side of the maker. But just because some people aren't making videos about this does not mean that they're on Bambu Lab's side. This is a complicated thing, and not everybody knows even the language. I even don't. Some of the things are not even in my vocab. That's why I'm trying to break it down into easier words to understand. Anyway, get educated. There's a ton of videos out there on this. If you type in Bambu Lab right now in YouTube, you will get hours of educational material about this, and I recommend you watch at least a few minutes of it just to get caught up. All right, everybody. That's all for me for tonight. And as always, I'll see you all in the comments. Later.